I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea. Ah. Ah.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for—
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm—
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually, because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Oh,
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately.
right. And we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the...
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be...
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like...
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think...
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
All right, on to our next stop. we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Mm-hmm, and Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good.
Same here. Really.
Oh, tell it.
Yeah, you go.
All right, well, I suppose I've decided to leave.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being I will no longer pursue
I can see what you're saying.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help. That is the true meaning of education and the spread.
The people of King Deshret suffer from the stars have always guided.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from?
You deserve these compliments.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring some. I gathered up the courage.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may—
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I applied for a few batches of education.
That's exactly what the...
Apart from that, we must be persistent about—
This is the first... Remember these words. Here lies our faithful I hope people with...
Enough about us.
No, not at all. Neva wanted to write to everyone, but a celebration at the feast will also be celebrating although...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tanari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast...
It's rare to see that.
No, not really.
Well,
I'm afraid I won't be. The messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like you and the... Please keep...
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete.
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the Everybody's already here! Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very...
But we're not late, are we? It's...
I propose that the last one who arrived be put.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing! The food was specially prepared for everyone that came, said...
Feels kinda nice to be
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job.
my lady
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done some...
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of...
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together. And it was luck that, moreover, judging from the results,
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the perform... So, would you say we're good actors too? It's such a blessing.
Yes, even after being a big... Lesser Lord... This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
no, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return? If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good...
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you...
I did have my own motive. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all? So,
That's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all—
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your spirits.
Thank you.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings. But no. The Grand Bazaar is that happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it. That is the first time. You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves. I'm honored to have her. I can't
The atmosphere here is good. And I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
My lady,
Yes, what an amazing—
you said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello! Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drink.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy. Of course, just wait. It's me. You may blame me for being the connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. know. But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I... let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting.
No, of course not. Are you?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, I'll hate the...
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and without you, without any of you, had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have people refer to you as please. Allow me to...
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Dinyarzad.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony. All right, since you're awake now, she should be in the... Hello, traveler, and what a fantastic night. And so are we, and that's why we're here to talk with... Is there anything you want to know? Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's... Are you sure? Huh? You mean... About your brother. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all. What? There's only one possible explanation. He will... But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Tevat? According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly, after the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, What do you mean, Fuzzy? Did something happen to him? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of. But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders. What's a Descender? Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information. A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, once the Traveler, you are Tevat. Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahid.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Tevat, right?
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you.
Well, we aren't always up, so, what?
He just wrote...
What?
Yeah, exactly, right? Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is. All yours.
Come on! Paimon wants to have a look too! Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that from what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him? Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter said... Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. That's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her? The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for Sumeru spices are famous the world over. That's why the knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talk.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Hey, using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain.
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once.
And?
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Well, all right. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending... I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru. And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo, and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason, as well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from certain things. The thought that I might be able to actually live a happy life there must have been the icing on the cake. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way, are you?
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been. Either way, see you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen. Well, I suspect that they call your
Oh, so if he was the founder, he'd be the king, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
Not new. Not exactly. Your brother. He mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so.
So, you're going...
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years.
No. Now is not the time. No, I'm still waiting for my drink.
Seriously?
I may have overestimated myself. I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago, too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here, after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house over there. But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. You could be forgiven for thinking nothing was ever grown here. Or, wait, maybe nothing ever was grown here. It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps? Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in? What if someone's home?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
If you say so. Well, you lead the way then, Dane.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
So there's a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off. Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken, too. Was this a makeup box? That's kind... This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it, either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Can't be all that comfortable. Hey, look! It's a bowl! Guess whoever used to live here liked to cook, huh?
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Oh, so it's a medicine bowl? Doesn't look like there's anything else worth our attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite, but we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly.
Noises? Is it...
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose! He's in surprisingly good shape for 500-year-old. Although, for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters! Propagate!
Cascade!
Scatter!
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to an...
What? You're going alone? You better not...
Your suspicions are as but not to mention that if...
Fair enough. Good thing there's a bonfire over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat. All this running around has made Paimon real hungry. Cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you. Changing the subject, Dane's taking forever. He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be? this the wrong way or anything? Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing Paimon. So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it? The stars? Wow. Yeah. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles. And you too, Teyvat. You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, 'cause if you're sad, Paimon will be too. All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up. Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just wants to look after you for once. Nighty-night. Go on, shoo! Off to sleep!
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed of your sibling last night, didn't you? All right. Rest here a bit longer then. I'll head into the forest to investigate.
Our bond is strong.
Halt! What do you think This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your nose into my business. Begone! Your companion departed for the What business is that of yours, hmm? Do I make myself quite clear? Leave! Well, what are you waiting for? I'm warning you, no funny business. Promise me that, and you can do as you please. Okay, fine. What? You... Oh, go on then. Have it your way. I knew I wasn't going to be able to hide this anyway. Just come in. But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? You understand me? Come on then. Mind your own business. And don't worry, he isn't aggressive. How could he be? So don't you lay a finger on him. Just find yourself a corner to rest if you're tired or cold. Huh? You know Conria? Who are you, exactly? And how... Do you worship a god, traveler? Sounds like you've had an eventful life. All right, well, I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must understand, as far as I'm concerned, humans who do not worship the Seven are nigh extinct, and all who place faith in the gods are that may be this wretched curse. The curse. We lost our home. All we can do is watch helplessly. Because, although Conria began with a single bloodline, it was a home to others too. When the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared the greater sinners. Upon us the gods placed the curse of immortality. But those whose ancestry belonged to the domains of other gods were punished with the curse of the wilderness as they fled, turning them into monsters. He is Kari Bear, my illegitimate son. How times have changed. I can say that out loud with no consequence now, but... it was once a matter of unspeakable shame. I was a noble of Conria, by blood, but then, one day, Kari Bear faced great hardship. After all that, he turned into a hilly troll right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now at least I can finally be close to him. She was. We were separated. It could be worse. I suffer the pain of loss because I once had everything I could wish for. And now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity. If nothing else, at least I still have Curry Bear. Yes, that reminds me. I only returned here to check on Curry Bear, but I do have other things I wish to do. You may come with me, if you're so inclined. Over here. I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Curry Bear here to Sumeru. Well, it's because he needs a medicine that can only be made here. One which will help him to recover his clarity of mind. I do not hope to break the curse. I am well aware of my powerlessness against the punishment of the gods. But it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god of wisdom and can awaken the mind from a state of deep stupor. It has been used in the past to treat cases of mania. I believe that it might just work. I read about it in a book. From the Royal Library of Conria. It was banned. I mean, since this medicine requires the power of the seven to work. In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and What other choice do I have? Hmm? What exactly would you have me do, huh? The gods have already punished us. What does one more sin matter now? Never mind. As long as you understand. I'm sorry. I struggle to take control of my mood sometimes. Perhaps a consequence of having lived too long. Yeah. As it happens, my hands don't have the Okay. Also, do you have any, of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? Could you... This is... Is it done? In all honesty, I do not know what the end product is supposed to look like. The banned book didn't feature any illustrations. Well, the moment has finally arrived. Curses. No! We need to perform one final step to complete the medicine. I said before that this medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects. Which means we must pay a visit to a statue of the Seven. Let's go. Bring the medicine. Ah. of wisdom, I will... You god of wisdom. I seek not to disavow myself of the sinful blood that flows through my veins. I wish only to beseech you to have pity upon a young and unfortunate soul. My son, Caribert. He was turned into a monster before he had the chance to witness anything beautiful in this world. This is no... If everything the gods have done was in order to have the impious people of Conria bow their heads, then I bow. All I ask, please, God, I beg. I have made quite enough of a fool of myself for one day. Let's go. Caribert? Well, we've prepared the medicine. We might as well try it. Caribert, it's me. It's your father. Caribert. Caribert. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that I failed to reach you and Mama in time when you both were suffering. But I'm here now. Papa's been by your side all these years. I've never left you, not once. Are you still angry with me, Caribert? I know. I'm so sorry, Caribert. Forgive me. Please. Please. Oh, gods above! What more do you want from me? You took everything from here, and I still bowed to... I'd give you my... I knew it. I should never have trusted anything that had to do with the gods. I was just deluding myself. The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment. Other reasons. What do you mean? Huh. You really think so? Give up. Even if I must stay here with him for 50 years? 100? What difference does it make? I do not lack for time. Let's go. The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual mushroom, which makes things complicated. I grow. The details don't matter, right? There is... I'll be here, watching Karibe. Good. Ah, you're back. Carabear's condition is stable. By which I mean he still isn't responding. Anyway, give me the water. I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any forest rangers approach the house. Ah, good. I'll be back soon. The fertilizer won't take but a moment to make.
Stand with me! Booba, get them!
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them on all by myself. I'd have to, Oh, yes, I've got the... Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. I trust you still remember the method. Oh, sorry. I have been so very wary for many years. I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Thank you for your help once again. And now... We're here. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Cory Bear! Oh no, he must have left while we were too busy preparing. Come on! That's not Cory Bear. Right. And Cory Bear's scarf was a My eyes must be going. How could I not recognize... Ah, yes. It does... Yes. Did it go in here? What a ghastly place. Huh. It looks like there... I've never seen anything like... Oh...
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
escape.
Scatter! Right, man, into the fire!
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down, or gravity itself? Seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Humans, fate has not granted you the right to enter this. Do You insist on an audience. Very well. Then I grant you the trial. More.
This way! Nice and spicy!
I may have over. Be still.
I see dominion!
Stand with me! Booba, get them!
Cascade.
Conquers all!
Exterminate! Dissipate! Lightning purified!
Who was that? He was a perfect. He had the most wondrous, and yet you were able to defeat him. Oh, your strength is greater than I had imagined. Let's continue on. I find myself growing more curious by the second and more excited.
Our bond is strong!
I think we've...
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for a power that you covet? Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For I am no god. You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept. Go forth, become a transcendent one. And I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back upon your life.
What? When I saw that thing, my heart was instantly at peace. I feel good. In fact, I feel. Oh, is that so? All right. Cory Bear! Oh, thank goodness! He's still okay! I have for this to happen right at the moment when I was dreading. You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps it might be just... I have to try...
Papa?
Cory Bear! Oh! You see? Mama is, Cory...
Of course. Yes. Papa!
Don't panic, son. It's just... there's no more Conry here. No more home. But... Do we... In this world, you have to be a little monster.
Am I?
No. Of course not. Look, Cory Bear, you still have Mama's scarf on your... Oh, yes. Oh. Never take. Understand? Whatever happens...
Okay, Papa.
Not since that day have I been so... Once a murder, but the god we saw in that cave... Now, that wondrous power, it was... Now then, after one besieges a god, piety is hardly my area of expertise. A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You and I have both witnessed his divine power. When has the Seven worked a miracle like this before? Never! No matter. I am going to pay my respects with or without you. impossible! What happened? The Hilichurl worshippers have disappeared too. Was it all an illusion? That's true. Yes, it was neither. Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, we shall. Could he really have been? Kari Bear? Where has he gone? Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here. This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer in his current state? They'd... Wait a minute. This isn't how we left it. Oh no. Did he... The mirror! It's broken! He must have taken his mask off. And... if he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him. It's his scarf. He dropped it. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on. Kari Bear! Kari Bear! Where are you? Curses! Forest rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a,
I asked you first.
I said, have...
Hey, whoa! There are hilly...
Exactly! You... Forest rangers!
You...
Curse you all, forest rangers!
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few...
He'd only just regained his mind. So tell me.
Jeez. You're really not gonna let the... I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along.
Yes! Wonderful!
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a...